This one under the lights.
Left fielder, Artner.
And a swing and a miss, so a fade here this evening. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Good swing there by Gardner as he hooks this one foul down into the seats in right. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2. Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know you don't need 5 or 6 runs to win a game. You just scrape out a couple, and he's going to make it stand up.
Here's Chase Headley. Lifetime numbers against Irvin Santana. 3 for 10. Into the windup and the pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. Weather not much of an issue tonight. A mild 65 degrees here at game time. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
And Darryl Parker, you know what I see with him, Matt, he's basic. You know, he's a guy that calling balls on the corners is not really his strength. He's going to stay right in the middle. Fundamental Darryl. Here it is. That was a good pitch, good call. I'm going to be safe. That's him.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Chase Headley is the second out of the opening frame. Matt Holliday standing in now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Swing and a miss. 1 strike.
That's a great pitch right there. A fastball low and away right on the knees on the corner. That's why you get a late swing right there. Really impressive.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. And we're just getting started here in Minneapolis. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on MLB Network. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. HR, what's the word on him?
Matt, I like this guy. He is a really good pitcher. An ERA just a little over 3 last season. He's usually pretty tough on the opponent. He's going to keep you in the game and give that manager some opportunities late in the game to get a W. I like what this guy brings, and maybe he'll bring it today.
Here's Brian Dozier now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Grounder down the line at third. And a diving effort there at third. Good way to bruise your ribs. How much for one of them ribs? It's a foul ball. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the ball swung on and hit high and deep down the left field line. And this will stay fair. Home run. It's a solo shot here from Brian Dozier as the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
Well, we'd be doing you a disservice if we didn't employ Show Track to show you that home run again. No doubt one of the most impressive long balls we've seen. That ball was screaming off the bat, and the projected distance comes in at over 480 feet. Wow, that's tough to top.
Batting second, right fielder.
Max Kepler, the next to grab a bat.
Kepler.
As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play.
Man, he's flirting with danger. He gave up a home run on that very same pitch, and this time he comes right back with it in another dangerous location. He better be careful.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Base is empty here with nobody out. Now a ball hit hard toward first. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Harold?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early, and let him do his thing.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a line drive. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Here's the 0-2. Ripped on the ground to first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Got him.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Miguel.
Here's Miguel Sano, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a hard liner, but this is a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard, but foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
Here's another 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Lifetime numbers against Irvin Santana. 9 base hits in 33 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. This one's down to third. Sano scoops it up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Twins. And I'm looking down there at second base at Brian Dozier. I love how this guy turns the pivot. He'll hang in there with the best of them, and he's got the arm strength to turn the tough one.
Here's Starlin Castro. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Back up the middle to his left. Polanco. Throw to first, and Santana's got it working here. 2 quick outs.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 99.
Stepping into the box, Aaron Judge. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Into the windup and the pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They trail this one 1-0. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in past meetings with Tanaka. 1 for 6.
Jason Castro.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. The windup and the 0-1. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. Gloved by Castro, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Yankees. I'm looking down there, shortstop, Didi Gregorius. I love how this guy defends. You know, coming to New York and replacing Derek Jeter, that's a lot of pressure. But I knew he could handle it when I had a conversation with Brandon Phillips, and he told me he's got the best hands he played with when he was with the Reds.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch on its way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Grounded to the right. Carter is there, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Batting seventh, left fielder, Eddie Rosario.
Now at the plate, Eddie Rosario. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. The 0-1 on its way. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Batting 8th, center fielder Buxton.
Here's Byron Buxton now. In past meetings with Tanaka, 1 for 4. Tanaka pauses. First pitch on its way. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left.
Well, that was an impressive swing. A fastball. He's able to hit a foul ball home run with it, but he got out in front of it a little bit too much. Timing just a tad off.
Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. 2 out here and a runner at second. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gardner going back. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as the Twins have made it a 3-0 ball game.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
Batting 9th, designated hitter
Here's Robbie Grossman.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
2 out, nobody on. Hit well towards the hole. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Well, he rolled over that one. Not the most impressive single, but it's a line drive in the book.
Second baseman, number 2, Brian Dozier.
Into the box, Brian Dozier grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. He's running again. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get dead. The inning is over. But 2-run score for the Twins, both coming on this 2-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Twins. Here's Chris Carter now. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting 8th, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a check swing and a foul ball. Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Hit hard down the line, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
That's a good pitch right there, right on the corner with the fastball. Good job to foul it away with 2 strikes, though.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Stepping up to the plate, Austin Romine. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Into the windup and the pitch. Chopper, foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled straight back. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They trail in this one 3-0. Striding in once again, Brian Dozier. He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka.
Brian Dozier.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a liner. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Gets a good piece of it there, but this is foul off toward the third base coaching box. Oh, 0-2. Here it comes. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he leaves another one over the plate, and this ball's driven to left. And for the 3rd time tonight, he has served up a home run. Solo shot here to left, his 2nd home run of the game, as the Twins are looking good here, up 4-0.
That wasn't a particularly deep home run by today's standards, but it certainly did scream out of the park in a hurry. You see there on show track an impressive 112 miles an hour off the bat.
The batter, right fielder.
Stepping in now, Max Kepler. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
So here's Joe Mauer.
He swings and sends a bullet to right field.
And that's in there. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Well, he went up there with the game plan looking for one specific pitch, and he got it. He hit it hard. When the guy hits the ball that hard, you know he was looking for it.
Standing in now, Miguel Sano, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit.
Another first pitch hit. Man, they're going up there aggressive, looking for that first pitch fastball. He's struggling right now, and they are feasting.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Into the box now, Jason Castro, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. The 0-1 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 0-2 once more. Down the first baseline. Gets dirty and gloves it. There's one. On to first to complete the double play.
Sharply hit here, but right at the first baseman coming off the bag. He makes a good throw, and they complete the 3-6-1 double play with the throwback to the pitcher at first.
Digging in for his second at bat, Jorge Polanco. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Tanaka pauses. First pitch on the way. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Men on third with 2 down. Out of play off to the right. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. Another 0-2 coming. Hit well on the ground to first. Onto the bag with it is Carter, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 3 innings complete. It's the Twins 5 and the Yankees nothing. Digging in to try it again, Brett Gardner back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Into the wind. Good swing there by Gardner as he hooks this one foul down into the seats in right. Now the pitch. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Stepping in, Chase Headley comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit down the third base line. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees. The tag, and he is out at second.
Now batting, designated hitter, Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday standing in now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
And Holliday swings and misses and falls behind quickly, 0-2. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Jeez, finally. That's the first ball they've taken all night. Do it again, I dare you.
Ready on 1-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie Rosario. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a liner. Foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Judge racing back. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Yep, this is why you just can't rely on one pitch. These are the best hitters in the world. And when they know what's coming, they're going to jump all over it just like he did there.
The center fielder, number 25.
Here's Byron Buxton now.
Byron Buxton.
As he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play.
Oh, he was geared up for that pitch. He got what he wanted. He just got out in front of it.
6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota.
And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Here comes another 0-2. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
The next 0-2. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul.
This has turned into quite an at-bat. That's 5 foul balls. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Out of here. A solo shot, and they add another. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as this lead swells to 7-0.
I'll tell you, the guy on the bump is wishing there was a mercy rule in professional baseball right about now. Hey, but there's no such luck. He's just got to own those back-to-back homers and the rest of it until he gets off the hook, which might be very soon.
Here comes Yankee manager Joe Girardi on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll make a beeline for the showers, I'm sure, as he's going to want to put this awful night behind him as quickly as possible. Adam Warren answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Warren. Up next for the Twins, designated hitter.
Here's Robbie Grossman.
Robbie Grossman.
As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play. No outs, nobody on. Swing and a liner, foul. Now another 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. Starlin dives. What a stop in time.
Big league play in the hole right there, and that's a pretty good example of why getting hits at this level is so difficult. You know he was running down the line thinking, for real? You got to be kidding me.
Here's Brian Dozier now.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, his 3rd home run of the ball game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Three home runs tonight. What a game he is having. To hit 3 homers in a game, you have to have pretty good swings to see the ball really well. But he's had an exceptional night tonight. 3 homers.
Now batting, right fielder,
Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. This one is smashed down the right field line. That's going to stay fair, and it's going to be back-to-back home runs. A solo shot down the line in right as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, balls are flying out of here faster than they can throw them across the plate, it seems. That's 4 home runs in this inning alone. It's times like this when pitchers wonder if maybe they've chosen the wrong profession. Their pitching coaches start wondering too.
Now batting.
So here's Joe Mauer. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. 4 runs here in this half inning. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. And Mauer's going to get himself a base hit.
Well, he had 2 strikes on the hitter. Perfect count to put him away. Tried to elevate the fastball. Just didn't get it up there enough.
Miguel Sano.
Here's Miguel Sano.
As he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play.
0-1 pitch on its way. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. The 0-2 once more. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play. A pause and the 0-2. Swing and a line drive, but this is foul near the seats. Here's another 0-2. Hard liner toward short, but this is pulled in by the shortstop, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting, catcher
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First offering on its way. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play. The 0-2 home. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. Runner goes for second. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Here it comes on 0-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So something you don't see very often. 4 runs on 4 hits, with all of them coming as solo home runs. We played 4 full. It's the Twins 9 and the Yankees nothing. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game, that's for sure. That was a good pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Polanco is up with it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, number 14.
An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this. Here's Starlin Castro. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. A high fastball is in there.
He's putting on a clinic. We may as well say, here comes the batter. Strike 1, because everybody's 0-1. The first pitch strike, he's thrown a first pitch strike to every hitter in this game. When you do that, forget about it. 0-1, what a place to pitch from.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
He's just bringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Here's big Aaron Judge. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 0-1 on its way. A wave and a miss.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's got 1 pitch, I think, away from getting through 5 shutout innings. It's pretty impressive right now.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Ready for another chance? Jorge Polanco. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. The next 0-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And that's through for a hit.
That is a great 2-strike approach. Spread his legs out, kept the hands back, and just punched the ball through for a ground ball base hit.
Rosario.
Digging in and looking for more, Eddie Rosario. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. From the stretch. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. A runner at first with no outs here. Here's a hard hit ball ripped down the first base line. But they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Now batting, center fielder, Byron.
Ready for another shot now. Byron Buxton. 2 home runs in 2 at-bats so far and looking to add to that here. Swing and a liner, but this is foul near the seats. The 0-1. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And this is fouled back and out of play. Runners on first with one down. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
That is the fourth foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again.
That is the sixth foul ball in this at bat. Now, to those who like to see a lot of pitches, he's doing it for you.
Now another 0-2. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left.
My goodness. There's another one. 7 foul balls in a row. You just don't see at bats like this.
Now a bunt attempt here. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful.
Hey, he tried the surprise attack there with a bunt with a runner on base. Hey, he gets thrown out, but it works just as good as a sacrifice.
Digging in once again, Robbie Grossman. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He's set. Here it comes. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 0-1 delivery. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 0-2 home. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. The 0-2 once more. This is pulled into right. Polanco rounds the corner and is headed home. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 10-0 score.
The second baseman, number 2, Brian Dozier.
Brian Dozier will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
Boy, they have just not pitched well at all in this game. I mean, anytime you give up double digits, the pitching coach starts looking over his shoulders like, hey, it ain't my fault.
Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. He's running toward second. Turned on down the line. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. Just got a piece up the line. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. He'll try it again from first. Now Dozier with a drive out to left field. And one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 4th in the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, there are good days, and then there are great days. When you hit 4 home runs in a game, I think you can say that's a great game. This has been incredible to watch.
Now batting, right fielder, Max Kepler.
In now, Max Kepler.
As he lifts it in the air to right field.
Castro ranging into the outfield. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Twins 12 and the Yankees nothing. Here's Chris Carter now. We'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later innings.
Swing and a line drive, but this is foul near the seats. Now the 0-1. Hot shot down the line. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius, 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a line drive, but foul. 1 out, nobody on. High pop up. Mauer is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Austin Romine.
Digging in for his second at bat, Austin Romine. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, that shot tells you everything you need to know. He's really a little frustrated tonight. This has been a tough game. They haven't swung the bats well, and they need to start getting some offense going.
Now here's the pitch. Drilled down the line. A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line.
Well, third baseman did everything he could on that ball. That ball was just scorched right past him. Laid out, got dirty. I thought for a second he was going to have it. It just couldn't come up with it.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. A runner on first with 2 away. Hard hit and deep toward the right field line. That gets down, and the inning continues. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Well, they've been struggling at the dish all game long, so stringing 2 hits back to back, one of them for extras, is a sign that they've got some life in them. We'll see if they can cash in here.
Here's Chase Headley. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
Now the 0-1. He pulls this one into right. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores. Digging in once again, Matt Holliday. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Here's Holliday with a drive. This is to deep left field. Gone! So a 2-run shot for Matt Holliday, as it's now down to an 8-run ball game.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. A power pitcher on the bump and a power hitter at the plate. A plus B equals see you later. It's simple math, folks.
The batter.
Into the box, Jacoby Ellsbury. A shot down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, when you serve up pitches like that, Matty, you know these hitters are going to put some good swings on them. And that's what happens here as he blasts this thing. The last 2 hitters have really set the stage.
Man, I thought for sure we were going to see back-to-back jacks right there. Yeah, so now we'll see if the next guy can keep this train rolling. Standing in now, Starlin Castro. Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field. And for the second time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. And this lead has been cut to just 6 now. I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on Show Track, because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's big Aaron Judge.
As he'll swing and hit this one hard, but fouled off to the left and out of play.
2 out, nobody on. Hot shot to third. Sano takes it in. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. But they manage to bat around as 9 men come to the plate, and 6 of them score. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Twins 12 and the Yankees 6. Ready for another shot now. Joe Mauer. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. Jonathan Holder gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Here's the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Gardner. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting.
Here's Miguel Sano. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. Fouled back. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. 0-2, here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Wow, I know shortstops have the reputation for being flashy, and I think he was trying to show off his cannon of a throw, though.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He's hitless in 3 innings. Pulled toward right center field. Judge is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. First pitch coming. Here it is. A high fastball is in there.
Well, that's a high fastball on the pitch. Maybe he's just measuring him up. I wouldn't come back with that again.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will land foul.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1. They lead it, though, by a count of 12-6. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. It's been a high-scoring affair thus far as we take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Here's Chris Carter now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Baseman, Chris Carter.
Now some action out in the Minnesota pen as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw.
Here's Santana right back at it now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. It's 0-1.
Matt, he's throwing a lot of strikes. Very impressive, right? We just saw a swing and miss, but he may be even more effective if every now and then he throws a ball that's out of the zone, because they know he's in the zone. They're being really aggressive. If they have to think a little bit, it might not be a strike. It might be good for him. He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
And another foul ball. Here's another 0-2. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Ready with another 0-2. And this is pulled fouled as he was way out in front there. Another 0-2 coming. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd. Foul. Another 0-2 home. Swing and a ball hit deep down the left field line, but that'll be a loud foul ball. Now another 0-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The next 0-2. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone to lead off the inning. It's a solo shot here for Chris Carter as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run deficit.
Well, they're not there yet, but a solo homer to lead off the inning will do wonders for any team's confidence. We'll see if the next few batters can continue the comeback effort here. Just need to string some good at-bats together now.
Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound, and it appears a change is on its way, as that'll do it for Irvin Santana. They'll work a total of 6 innings here. Not his greatest work, but he is in line for the W. Tyler Duffy comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Tyler Duffy. Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Here comes another 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Now batting, catcher, Austin.
Ready for another
Romine.
chance. Austin Romine. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And he just misses with a curveball. Here it comes, 1-0. Takes a high. Are empty, 1 man out. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes count.
The 1-2 pitch. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. There is Dozier in time to first, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Here's Brett Gardner now. The numbers against Tyler Duffy, hitless in 3 at-bats. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count. 0-2.
Well, that was an awful late swing on a curveball. One of 2 things: he either didn't pick it up, or he was sitting curveball and had his mind made up that he was going to swing, and the break broke before he expected it.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Grounder down the line at third, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
What a great swing. That ball got back as far as he could, and he shot it right past the third baseman. Now, the third baseman wasn't playing on the line. He's off the line a little bit, but I still like the execution of the swing.
Here's Chase Headley. He grounds it sharply to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. 7th inning stretch upcoming here in the Twin Cities. Twins lead it 12-7. Digging in to try it again, Eddie Rosario. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double.
Eddie Rosario.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a liner, but foul. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Seared down the first baseline, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The center fielder, number 25,
Byron Buxton will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take you back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Way out in front. 1 out, nobody on. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a line drive, but this is foul near the seats. Now the 0-2 pitch. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play. Ready with another 0-2. Swing and a hot shot toward third, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And this finds the wall over near the 339 sign, and this will be a 3-for-4 night as he's in there with a double. Ready once again, Robbie Grossman. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Grossman.
First offering on its way. Yanked on the ground down the line. But a foul ball here. 0-1. 1 out and a runner on second base. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Line toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. Buxton rounds third and is digging for the plate. And the runner from second is in to score.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
Brian Dozier will stand in yet again, and he's looking for history now. We take you back to his last home run. This was his 4th of the ball game, and it needn't be said that 5 in a game has never been done before. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a liner, foul and out of play. Comes set with the 0-1. Swing and a liner, but this is foul near the seats. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Now a swing and a fly ball, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Here's another 0-2. Now a bunt attempt here. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Hey, sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. A shot down the first baseline. This will get foul for strike 2. The 0-2 home. This is pulled into right. Judge is there and make the catch to retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Twins are out in front, 13-7. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Matt Holliday. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Into the windup and the pitch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
The windup and the 0-1. Bouncer down the line. That winds up foul for the second strike.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. The next 0-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Now batting, center fielder Jacoby.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He came across to score after doubling in his last at bat. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Swinging a grounder fouled off to the left. One strike home now to Ellsbury. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. A chance here for Dozier at second. Throw to first will be in time to take care of Ellsbury, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 14, second baseman
Here's Starlin Castro. The numbers against Tyler Duffy, hitless in 3 at-bats. Softly hit toward the hole. Dozier barehands it. He beat it out. That was a phenomenal stop, but it winds up a base hit, and the inning continues. Stepping in now, Aaron Judge, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. Who's a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Buxton going back on it. But he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. He can't make the play as it hops over the wall, and that's a break for the defense, as it's going to keep the runner from first from scoring. In now, Chris Carter, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Matt, I really thought they were going to pitch around him here, but now you got an 0-2 count. He swung at a couple balls that weren't good pitches. Maybe you decide now, aggressive and go after him.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Yanks strand a pair. They trail by a bunch. So here's Joe Mauer. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles.
First baseman, Joe Mauer.
Jason Shreve enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Jason Shreve.
A swing from Mauer as he pulls this on the ground out to second. And the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Miguel Sano.
So striding in, Miguel Sano. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. He's set and the pitch. On the ground to third. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Jason Castro.
Striding in once again, Jason Castro. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike. A 1 pitch on its way. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Back now in the Twin Cities for what remains of this production of baseball on MLB Network. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Didi Gregorius. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the ninth. Craig Breslow comes on to start the inning, and he'll have a huge lead to work with.
Number 47, Craig Breslow.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Castro waits on it. And no one will get this one.
Man, this is the stuff they teach you when you're a kid. You've got to call it. Looked like there was some miscommunication out there, and nobody made the play. That's a gift to the other team.
The 0-1 delivery. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Now batting, catcher, Austin Romine.
Into the box now, Austin Romine. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And this is fouled back and out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here. 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. And this is fouled at the plate. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. On the first in time, and the Yankees are down to their final out now.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
So striding forward now, Brett Gardner. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Down the first baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he swings and misses. A good pitch there, and the Yankees are down to their final strike now. The win would go to Irvin Santana if the lead holds. And now this crowd, right around 34,000 fans, comes to their feet. To the right side, but foul, and he'll try it again. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. The ball game is over.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
13-7 is how this one ends. The Minnesota Twins combined to hit 8 home runs en route to the win. Masahiro Tanaka allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. From my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
The winning pitcher is Irvin Santana. The loss goes to Masahiro Tanaka. Time of the ball. A reminder, fans, that additional light rail trains on the Hiawatha Line and Central Corridor are available at the Target Field station located beyond right field on 3rd Avenue.